you if you want to build the next Facebook, Amazon, or eBay. But if you're an online entrepreneur, a freelancer, or a small to medium-sized business owner, then this video is perfect and you'll never look back. There are 3 problems that people face when building their first website, and I want to discuss that with you because I want to help you understand why I made this tutorial and also help you decide if this tutorial is for you or not for you. The first problem is that when you're first starting out, you want something cheap and easy, and a lot of people build their website on free website builders, and the problem with that is a lot of them are built with Flash, and that is not search engine friendly. So being a not search engine friendly platform, your website's not going to rank well on Google. So if it's not ranking well on Google, then you're missing out on a huge chunk of highly targeted traffic. And if you're missing out on traffic, then you're missing out on customers and sales. So that's really important to have a search engine friendly site and platform that you're building your website on. Secondly, you get a non-brandable domain. So you have your username. So for example, creativeway10 and then .wix.com / your business name. It's unprofessional, it's hard to remember, and it doesn't build any trust with your customer. And thirdly, you're going to have to pay anyway. So to get an upgrade to your own domain, you have to pay. To remove the ads that they put on your website, you're going to have to pay. To get extra storage, to connect your Google Analytics, and even your icon, your favicon, you have to upgrade to their premium version. And the worst thing is it's actually a lot more expensive than getting this, than getting your own domain and hosting account. They make it look like you're getting a great deal, but you're really getting ripped off, and it's for people that don't know any better. And if you knew better, you'll never recommend it to your friends or family. It's something that you recommend to your 7-year-old cousin. Secondly, if you go to YouTube now and type in how to make a website, take a look at all the tutorials and take a look at the end results of the website they teach you to make. And you'll find that the websites they teach you to make is really bad. They go through the bare minimum. So they tell you how to get your domain and hosting, and how to install the Wordpress, and then how to add sample content, and the end result looks something like this. So it looks shocking, it looks like it's from 2009. It's uninspiring and just plain old ugly. As you guys know, that having a website is like your signage of your business. So it shows who you are, what you stand for, and why should the customer care about your business or your product or services. So that's really important that you don't build a website like this, but unfortunately that's what most tutorials show you how to build. It's quick, you know, but it's not comprehensive enough. Or you could learn how to code a website from scratch, but if you're like me, then you might be thinking after you watch some of the tutorials that you probably hire a web agency, but that leads to our third problem, and good web agencies are really expensive. To build a 5-page website like this, it might cost $3,000, and they're going to charge you by the hour if you want to make any edits or support, which mostly pays for their expensive office and their staff. So you might want to try a cheaper agency or a web design company, but it looks like they haven't updated their skills either. As you can see, some of their sites that they do just looks old. And the problem with working with web design agencies is that communication is a total waste of time. You go back and forth, and you never really get the thing that you want done properly or just the way you like it. If you haven't worked with one before, then you won't know. But if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been through all those 3 stages, and it was really frustrating. So I finally found a solution, and that solution is Themify Builder. I think they've really built a simple tool that allows everyone to become a designer and developer all in one. So I'm going to show you the power of it right now. So I'm going to log in to the website and show you. I just want to let you guys know that it's search engine friendly. It's built on the WordPress platform. It's one of the most search engine friendly platforms you can build your site on. top sites such as Forbes, CNN, even Katy Perry build their sites on WordPress, and you get your own domain name, so it's brandable and it's trustworthy and it's easy to remember. And as you can see, it is not ugly at all. It looks really nice. Take a look at the gallery page and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm scrolling down, you've got parallax scrolling down here. You've got your image sliders and an animating background. You'll see it changes colors every 8 seconds. I've taken inspiration from the most progressive companies in the world, such as Uber, Airbnb, Xero, which is an accounting software, and Upwork, which is a freelancing website. So why did I take the inspiration from them? The reason is because these are billion-dollar companies and they've probably spent millions trying to optimize their site to test what works and what doesn't. So it's only natural that we take some of their design elements and trust building elements and implement it for our own sites. As you can see, all of them have a feature image and a call to action button here, and they've got video on their website as well, along with feature images, a call to action section such as here. They've also got testimonials, so which we have here. You don't have to pay $3,000 for it. And the funny thing is that you could probably sell this website to some local business owners. Just don't tell them you've learnt your tutorial from here in 3 hours. So let's turn on the Themify Builder now. So as you can see, you've got these little boxes. I call these modules. And if you want to edit the text, you just click here. And we edit the text. It works exactly like Microsoft Word. So if you know how to use Microsoft Word, then you'll know how to use this. You can change the colors, sizes, all really easily, which I'll show you in the tutorial. If you want to move these images around, you just move them around like that. Do you want more columns? Okay, you just add more columns. So there's 3 columns now. You want to move these around as well. So you can edit things whenever and to wherever you like, and you can even do it on your tablet or phone. You save a ton of time and you can make the things perfectly just the way you want it to be. So you can get a totally unique website, not like those websites they create which sort of look the same and you can't move things around without actually emailing them or contacting them to move the thing around. You can do this all yourself, so it saves a ton of time. You won't have ads on your site that you don't want to put. I'll even teach you how to remove the powered by WordPress thing down here. Yes, you can add Google Analytics and as well as your own favicon. Everything you need is at your fingertips. So if you want to add a button, you just click on edit here and you add the button. I'm just going to type a sample one. I want a large orange outline, and then you enter your URL that you want to link to. And then all you need to do is insert and save. And then you've got your orange button there. So everything is literally at your fingertips. If you want to add a video module, a slider, a post, a map, you just drag these modules into here. So if you want to add your slider, you just drop the slider in here and then you upload your images and you save, and then you have your slider. So it's really that easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this tutorial. Let's go to the services page. So click on services. Now you drag down and you've got your icons here. There's actually icons included in here, so changing it is really easy. It saves a ton of time. You don't have to download it from Google Images or buy it from some graphic website, all you need to do is select the icon that you want. So I want this bug, okay? I want to change the color to pink. Basically change the color here, and then you just save. And then you've got your cool icon here. Everything fits exactly perfectly. Your buttons, you can even add icons to your buttons. I'm going to refresh the page, and as you can see, you've got this beautiful video background. That's really easy to add as well. It's all included with this theme. I'll teach you how to build a blog page, a simple blog page, an about page, simple about page, and a contact page with a map, and also a contact form which blends in perfectly with your theme, unlike a lot of YouTube tutorials that just teach you how to add the contact form in, but it doesn't look like it suits the theme. I hate that. And this website is mobile responsive, so what that means is when you reduce the size of the screen, for example, if people are viewing your website on mobile screens, then it shrinks down perfectly to fit that screen, as you can see here. You can check it out yourself, just go to hoganchua.com on your mobile phone. This is really important because it increases the user experience, and Google will take that as a positive ranking signal, so they rank you higher on the search engines. And as a result of ranking higher, you'll get more traffic to your website. So I think the combination of the Themify builder and how it's actually built on top of WordPress, it means that it's completely scalable, easy to use, yet extremely powerful, and allows you to build beautiful websites with ease. So I hope you guys are excited to begin, and I'm going to begin with an overview now. You can build your website in just 4 steps. The first thing is you'll need your domain name. That is basically the address to your website. So for your domain name, it will be yourbusinessname.com. For example, my one is hoganchua.com. YouTube's domain name is youtube.com. Secondly, you'll need hosting. This is where all your website files are stored, so people all around the world can access your website 24/7. Thirdly, you're going to have to get WordPress. WordPress is a content management platform. It allows you to manage all your content without knowing how to code. A lot of big companies use WordPress, for example Forbes, CNN, and even Katy Perry. The fourth thing is I'm going to teach you how to build the website. Before we're going to do that, I'm going to go through the costs. So for a domain name, it normally costs you around $15 per year. Hosting normally costs you around $10 per month. And installing WordPress is free, and building the website is also free because this tutorial is free for everyone, so you're going to save a couple of $1,000s. So the total cost is going to be around $20 because I have a coupon code to save you around $5. So we're going to head over to hostgator.com to get our hosting and also our domain name. So just type in HostGator, HostGator.com, and then click on enter. Click on get started now. There are 3 different plans to choose from. I personally recommend you get the baby plan because you get to upload unlimited domains. So if you want to create more than one website, then this is definitely the best deal, because hatchling plan only allows you to create one website, and the price difference is not much, $7.16 compared to $8, so it saves about 80 cents. So I really recommend you get the baby plan because I personally get that one as well. So select a monthly one, or if you want to save a little bit more money, then you can get the one with 2 or 3 years, so a bigger discount. So you just click on sign up. Now this is where we'll register your new domain. So type in yourbusinessname.com. For example, I'm going to type one in now. Inspirational website, and then click on the outside of this box. So just click here, and then it'll start loading and finding the domain and see if it's available or not. So this domain name is not available, so you're gonna have to choose again. I don't recommend you choose anything like .space or .club because .com is more trustworthy, and also People generally just type in the .com extension onto the search bar. They don't think of typing .space. So if they type in .com and they don't reach your website, then they might not try again. So it's really important you get .com or the last resort .net or .org. So I'm gonna choose, so make sure you just choose one that is available, for example this one probably, and then you just select that. Then we choose the package type. We're going to go with the baby one. We're going to choose the monthly option. Just type in your username here that you want, type in your security pin that you want, and basically we're going to fill in the details now. So this part's really straightforward. You just enter all your details, your phone number, address, the country, your state and city. Actually, this is meant to be Melbourne, and the postcode is 3000. Then we enter your credit card details here, and then you can also pay by PayPal, so you just select that option. These are additional services which I don't think you'll need, so just untick these. You can get the domain privacy protection if you want. It helps you protect your identity online, so they can't see your contact details. If they're searching up your website, they can't find your contact details. But for me, I just untick that. You enter a coupon code here. I've got a coupon code that saves you 25%. So just type in Hogan 25 off and then click on validate. So I get a small referral fee for you guys using my referral code. It allows me to keep making these amazing tutorials. So I really appreciate it if you use my coupon code. So as you can see, we save around $4.50, and the amount that you have to pay is around $20. So now select that you have read the terms and conditions, and then click on the checkout now button. I'm not going to check out now because I already have an account with HostGator, but if you check out and if you're paying by PayPal, you'll have to log into your PayPal account and just confirm that payment. But if by credit card, then you should get a congratulations page, and after that you should go check out your email because they'll send you all the website details to your email address. So click on a new tab. I'm going to log into my Gmail. You should get an email from HostGator that looks something like this with all your details in it. We're going to log into the control panel now, where we're going to install WordPress. So click on this link here. I think everyone's link is different. And also just type in your username now and enter your password and click on login. So this is the control panel. You need to scroll down, and once you reach software and services, click on quick install. Now click on popular installs here, WordPress, and then click on install WordPress. Select the domain name that you just bought. It should appear in here, inspirational website. Leave this empty unless you want to install it on inspirationalwebsite.com/something, but most of you guys should leave that empty. Enter your email that you want to put in. Change your blog title. Enter in a username, first name and your last name, and then just click on install. So it's going to take a few seconds for that to install, and then they'll provide you with the login details here. So click on view credentials, and then you've got the admin area. This is where we're going to log in to edit everything. This is your username and this is your password. If you click on this site right now, it might not be up yet, but generally it should be up within 10 to 15 minutes. In some cases it may be 2 to 3 hours or up to 24 hours. So take a little 15-minute break and then come back. Okay, so I'm back, and what we're going to do is click on this here and then copy the username. It should look like something like this. Click on the username, and then log in using this password. So just paste the password in there and log in. So this is your WordPress dashboard, and if you look at the site now, this is what it looks like. Pretty empty and plain, but we're going to transform all of that in a second. Before we get any further, I just want to show you guys where we're up to. We've gotten our domain name, we've gotten the hosting, and we've already installed the WordPress. So right now I'm going to teach you how to build the site, but before that we're going to edit some settings. So go down to users here and click on your profile. We're going to change the password simply because that password is too long to remember, so just select your own password here and confirm password, and then you update your profile. You can also change your display name publicly as, so I'm going to change it to Hogan because I want it to display as Hogan. So then you just update your profile. Then I want you to go to settings and general. This is where you can change the site title and the tagline. You can edit that if you want. I'm just going to leave it as is. Then you can just save the changes. Now I want you to go to permalinks and then change your permalink settings to post name. This is for search engine optimization purposes, and it also might increase your click-through rate when your website is on Google. I'm not going to explain too much about that, but make sure you change it to post name because you don't want your post to look something like that. It's much better to have the title in there. So we're going to save changes. Now we're going to remove some plugins and install some new plugins. So click on plugins here. Deactivate all these plugins first, because to delete it you have to deactivate it. So select all those, deactivate and apply. Now select them again and then delete them, apply, yes. And let's add some new plugins. So click on add new up here. In the search bar here, type in contact form 7 and then click enter. Okay, so this one has over 1 million active installs, so make sure you get this one and install now. Activate the plugin. Now let's search for another one, so add new again. Now I want you to download Easy Google Fonts and hit enter. And this one has over 100,000 installs. So click on Easy Google Fonts. You can click on install now from here as well. Okay, so activate the plugin. Add new, so one last plugin. This is going to be MailChimp for WordPress. So type that in and hit enter. We're going to download this last plugin because I want to show you how you can actually add your email contact form. So hit enter. And this is the download I want you guys to get. So MailChimp for WordPress, and click on install now. Hit activate plugin. So that's it. So we're going to install the theme now. Before we can install the theme, we have to download it from our website. So go to hoganchewer.com and hit enter, and then you'll reach this site and click on begin journey. So this will direct you to the blog page where you can download my theme and the images. So just click on download theme, and it should download instantly into your downloads file. And also while you're here, just download the images as well. This is all the content that you need. I'll always upload the latest version of the theme here, so you can always find the latest version if you come to this site and download it from here. So after you've downloaded that, then go to appearance and select themes. Click on add new and upload theme. So click on the choose file and go to where you've saved the theme Here it is. So just upload it as it is, and then it'll unzip it itself. So just open it and click on install now. So as you can see here, it's uploading, and it'll take maybe a few seconds or a minute, so just wait until that uploads. You can always find the latest version of the theme on my website, and you just download the new version here if you need to. So that's pretty much done. Now what you want to do is click on activate. So you're going to click on begin installing plugin. For this is the Themify portfolio post. I'm not going to go through it in this tutorial, but you might use it later on, so I'm just going to show you how to install it. So just click on begin installing. Now hit install, return here, and you can activate it. So now click on the home icon here, which will go to your home page. So this is what the home page currently looks like. It looks better now, but right now we're going to start editing the home page. Before we do the home page, we're going to edit the settings in the back end first. So click on this dashboard again. It goes back to your dashboard. Now click on Ultra and Themify settings. This is where you upload your favicon, this little icon thing up here. And I'm not going to teach you how to make your icons. It's basically the same as your logo, so you can upload your logo and it will automatically resize to a smaller version. You can get your logos at fiverr.com. So you type in Fiverr. You can get logos for as cheap as $5. So you just go to logo design. The reason I'm not teaching you how to make your logo is that because there's tutorials that teach you how to make better logos, or you can get it for $5. So just look at the reviews and see which one is for you. Or you can go to 99 Designs, where you pay a little bit more money but you get better designs and you get more designs. It's basically like you submit your design requirements and then people will submit their logo designs. So for the basic logo design, which is the bronze version, you pay $380 and you can expect 30 designs that you can pick from, and you basically just select the winner, and after that you get your design and then you just upload it onto your website here. So for this tutorial, just click on upload and upload the HC Black, which is my logo, and just open it there. Now scroll down to Google Fonts and select show all Google Fonts, then click on save. So that's done. Now go to default layouts. So I'm not going to go through every single setting, what it's all about, because it'll take too long. So I'm just going to try and go a little bit faster and only explain the things that we're going to change. So for the first index sidebar option, we want to select the full screen. So that's how we make this thing full screen and without the sidebar here. So select that one, scroll down a little bit, and you want to hide the post title. Select yes for that. You don't want the post title. And also hide the meta, so select hide. Now for the auto feature image, select this one, and feature image position, select the one below post title. Scroll down, and this is the default single post layout. You want to leave everything default, but I'm going to hide the tag because I don't think it looks good. Post comments, I'm going to disable the post comments down here. You can enable it, it's up to you, so you can play around with these settings, but for this tutorial we're going to disable it. I'm going to scroll down to default page layout. I want it to be full screen, so the third option, and I want to hide the title as well, and I don't want page comments, it's really annoying, so disable that and just click on save. Now scroll back up again and let's click on theme settings, the tab there. Scroll down As you can see for the header design, it's default. I want to change it to a skinny header. As you can see, you don't want the header to be too big. So you want a skinny header. Disable the sticky header. So what that is, it's I'll show you now. I'll just copy this thing here, paste it into here. And as you can see this side here, when you scroll down, okay, there's nothing on this page, so it won't show, but this little thing here, sample page, it actually sticks here. So when you scroll down, it'll keep showing the navigation menu. I don't want to show that, so I'm going to disable the sticky header. I'm going to keep the site logo. I'm going to disable the site tagline, exclude the search form, exclude the RSS. This is the search thing and this is the RSS thing. So disable that, disable the header widgets, disable the social icons as well. Make sure you leave this one because you want it to show your menu navigation. So scroll down to your footer design. So for the footer design, you want to exclude the site logo. I don't want it to show that. You can show it if you want to. Exclude that and exclude the menu navigation. Leave those actually. So let's scroll down again. For the image hover filter, leave this one empty. So select grayscale for this one, apply to all images. And this is the animated backgrounds that you see on the gallery page. So when you go to the gallery page here, you can see that it changes colors all the time. So this is where we set the colors. So go here, and you can also enable the colors to show up in your header or footer by just ticking these options. I want to set the speed to 8, and you just basically select the colors that you want to show, and I've already selected a couple of colors, so I'm just going to type that in. Okay, so I've entered all the colors, and you might be thinking how I found my colors. What I did is go to Pixel Editor. I've included a color palette into the content that you've downloaded, so click on open image from computer and upload this one, bonus pastel colors. And how I did it was you pick the color picker here, color picker tool on the left, and you essentially just select the color that you want. I selected it from across, so from left to right, and then from down here left to right. So it sort of changes gradually. It doesn't change from like pink to yellow. It changes naturally. So it goes from like orangey pink to purpley, and then blue, and then green, and then slowly to yellow. So that's why it's got like a nice effect to it. So you just click on here, and then you click on this left hand side here, and that means you've got your color code. So you just copy the color code in here, and then you go back to your website here and you paste in the code that you want, paste as plain text, and you do this for all 7 colors. So you could do this color, and then this color, and then this, and then this, and the last 2 colors, right? And then you just paste those all in. Now scroll down. For the footer text, the footer text is the text that you see here when you scroll down. So this is your footer text 1, this is your footer text 2. As I told you that I'm going to tell you how to remove this, and it's really easy. So if you want to remove this thing, which I don't want to, you can actually just press space here, and then it'll remove it, and then once you save it, it'll remove it, but I want to leave that there. So I can press space and then save. I want to remove the footer thing here, so I go refresh, and then there you go, it's gone. Okay, so but in here I just want to write in copyright and then save. So when you go here and refresh, you'll see that it's added copyright. So that's what I want. You can even add your own text link in there if you want. So if you want to do that, then you can just go to post, so right click on it and then open link in another window, and just go to edit for this, Okay, so let's say you want to add a link in there, and the hyperlink that you want to do is, for example, website. Okay, so all you need to do is select that and then edit that, type in the URL you want it to link to, .com, in add link, and then all you need to go to is text here, and then copy this file, and then let's paste it into here. So this is the code that you'll need, or you can just type in the code if you know some HTML. So, and then click on save. Now when you refresh it, there you'll see you got a link there. So it's that easy. So I'm gonna delete that and click on save. Okay, so now we're going to go to social links, and this is where you just add your URLs to your social accounts. So you can go to the website here, go to blog. I've already got the URLs ready, so what I'm going to do is just copy and paste it from here. So where am I up to? I'm up to Themify settings, so I'm just going to click on Themify settings. So I'm going to find the social, okay, so the social links tab, I'm just going to copy the URLs from here and paste it into here. And I'll do these all for the Facebook and YouTube as well. But to change the color, the icon color, you just pick the color here, edit any color you want, and you can change the background. But for this one, we're going to change it to white, and for the background it's going to be a gray. So I'm going to quickly do it for the rest of my social icons. So as you can see, I've added all the URLs into here for Facebook and for YouTube, and also changed the colors. Try to keep the icon colors all the same for all your social icons, and also same for the background. That's really important to make sure it's professional. Make sure you click on save. Now click on your icon up here, and you'll see that your social icons aren't showing yet, so we need to add those in. So hover over here and select customize. Now click on widget and footer social widget, add widget, and then go down to here, Themify social link. So click on this to add it in. Okay, so we've added the social links in here. I want to change the size of it, so all I need to do is just update it to large, and that looks good so far. So all we need to do is to save and publish. Click this arrow here, this back arrow, not the one for the browser, only for the one for the customized thing. So click on that, and then click on the X here to close. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and it's time to set up our home page. Okay, so hover over pages and click on all pages. We want to delete this sample page because it's annoying, so let's delete that. Click on trash and go to your trash folder and make sure you delete permanently. Now click on add new. We're going to add the home page. Now enter the title here, so we want to name it home. Scroll down to the Themify custom panel, and then we want to edit the settings here. So select the page option tab, and then for the content width we want to set it to this one, full width. We want to leave this one as default, the sidebar option default, because we've already edited in the whole general theme settings. So we don't need to edit this for this page individually. We just need to update the content width. As you can see, you can change the settings for each page individually, but we don't need to do that. because we already edited in our themify settings, which applies universally to your whole site, so it saves a ton of time. Now we need to go to the theme appearance tab, and we select transparent background for the header, so just click this, and then the settings are done. So we just click on publish. We can go to view page to see what it looks like, and as you can see, it's taking shape a little bit. So go back to your dashboard, select on settings, hover over settings and go to reading. We want to set a static page, which means we want that home page to be our home page, for example inspirational site website.com. We don't want it to be inspirationalwebsite.com/home, so we need to select that and click on static page and select home, and then you save the changes. So now it's time to start building the home page. So let's go to pages, click on home and then select edit. Select the themify builder tab, and we're going to switch to the front end so we can see what we're doing. So now your themify builder is on, so we're going to edit the first module row. That's what I'm going to call this row here, and click on options. So we're going to upload a background image. To upload a background image, we click on browse library. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to edit the background image on Phota, which is a really cool app that allows you to edit photos really easily, and it also resizes it for you, so you don't have to upload such a huge file into Wordpress, which saves you time as well. So click on edit a photo, and then we want to select DIY, which is do it yourself home background. So click on open. I want to show you guys how to edit your photos, because I think it's an important skill to have, and once you know how to use it, then you'll always be using it for your website. So before we begin editing, you can go to stocksnap.io to get free images that you can use for your website. You can use it for commercial purposes as well, and you don't have to credit the author or anything like that. Or you can also go to unsplash.com. This is where I got all my images that you see in the content that you've downloaded, and you can search by keyword, filter by subject, and you can click this thing so you can show more pictures at once, and click on all. Then you've got all these amazing photos that you can use. So as you can see, the current pixels is 2000 pixels, which is the width, and the height is 1333 pixels. So I want to crop the image to 2000 pixels across and to about 770 pixels in height. The reason I want to do that is because I want the text, the quote here, to be within the clouds. So this is the perfect height for the image for that. So I'm going to just crop it here about 1.3 centimeters from the top. Obviously you're going to be cropping a different photo when you're uploading your picture, so it's up to you, but for this tutorial it's going to be these proportions. So we're going to click on apply. Now you can click on one tap enhance to enhance the photo and make it a little bit brighter, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's looking good. So we're going to save it, so click on save here, and make sure you save it as .jpg, not png, okay? And for the homepage image, I'm going to select the high quality. Normally you can select the normal quality and it shouldn't be a problem. So select high and save it to your computer. I just want to save it as done, and then click on save. So that is done. Now we're going to go back to our website, and don't upload using this button, because if you upload using this button, it'll automatically resize. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So when I click on open. And when you see the image file here, it's automatically changed the sizes, so it shrunk it to about 1000 pixels in width and 400 in height. So the quality is going to be really bad. So I'm going to click on the cross and use this function, browse library, and upload files from here. So select the files and select this image here, okay, and click on open, and then insert file URL. Okay, because we already uploaded it, so I'm just going to go to our media library here and select the file here and click on insert file URL. So for the background mode, you have to select full cover and then scroll down and click on save. So you can't see the full image yet because we still have to add the text in here and add some space. So we're going to drag a text module into the box. Okay, first thing is we want to add our text, so type in inspire, and you want to make this a H1 tag, so heading 1 is H1. I'm going to refer to H1 for the rest of the video. Select that. If you can't see the option for that, you got to make sure you actually click on toolbar toggle. So if I toggle this, then it will disappear, and if I click on it, it will appear again. So make sure this is the heading 1 tag, and then click on styling, and for the text you want to align it to the center. You can also align it to the center using this button here, but I'm just going to do it from here. Now you want to scroll down and add some padding. So padding is basically just some space, and you'll see what I mean. So type in 260, px stands for pixels. So we want 260 pixels on the top, and then just click on save. So as you can see, it's added some space for us, and so the length so it's about 260 pixels, as you can see. By the way, this plugin is called Jing. It's an awesome software. You should probably download it. You can just click here, and then you can capture the image, capture a video as well, and you can send screenshots to people really easily. It's a really good tool to have. So let's add in the next module. So drag a text module underneath inspire. So you want to type in, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." I'm not going to type that in because I'm just going to copy it from my blog page. So I'm going to head over to my blog page. And where we're up to module 1. Click on that and it'll scroll down there. So this is the text we want, so just copy the text from here and then head over to the website. Make sure you click right click to where it's actually flashing. If you right click here, you won't be able to paste in your text, okay? So right click and paste as plain text because we don't want to have any of that formatting. So I want to change this to the H3 tag, and I want to align it to the center. I want to also add a little bit of padding, so I want to put it as minus, so it actually moves up a little bit, minus 30 pixels to the top, and click on save. Now we're going to add another text module underneath, and for this we're going to paste in Mahatma Gandhi. Just copy that and right click again, paste as plain text. I want to change this to the H6 tag, and we're going to click on save. So as you can see, the text is on the left here. We want it to move it across a little bit. So what we want to do is create some more columns. So click on the 3 columns and basically just drag the text over and move it over, and we're going to click on edit, highlight it and align it center, and then save it. So it's pretty much that easy. Now we're going to add a button, so add another text module right under there. So click on the shortcodes tab here and select button. Type in begin journey, or you can type in your text obviously. The button style, there are a lot of styles you can combine. So for example, you can just type in a large yellow rounded, but for this one, we're going to type in a large white outline. And if you sort of find it hard, then make sure you go to this visual buttons guide. You can click on the link on my blog. So open as a new tab. And I've basically compiled a visual guide for you, so you can choose which button you want. And all you need to do is just to copy the style and just paste it into here as plain text, obviously. And then you're good to go. And you can also change your background color, so you have to put in the hex code. To get the hex code, I'll show you after I put in the button link. So type in the link you want it to link to. I'm going to put it to blog. You can also change the button text color, and if you put a underscore blank, it'll open in a new window. So I'm going to insert now. For the hex code, you can basically go and click the text color here. Just open this thing and click on custom, and just play around and select the color you want, and you can get the hex code from here and just copy that, and then you can just paste in the hex code like that, and then you can change the background color and the background text. So click on close, and what we want to do is align the button to the center again. I want to add a little bit of padding as well. So the padding I want is 50 on the top, 140 for the bottom. I also want to change the font. You can change the font just by clicking here, and then I want to change it to Roboto, so type in R and then scroll down a little bit and it should appear. There you go, just click on that, and then we're going to save. So as you can see, it doesn't look that great yet. We still need to edit the font. So to edit the font, we need to head over to the Easy Google Fonts plugin we downloaded earlier. So click on save first and close. You have to do that before you go and edit anything else. So hover over this dashboard icon here, scroll down and click on customize. Now what you want to do is click on typography, default typography, and you can edit the text here as you can see. So for heading 1, which is this title here, we're going to change the font, so click on edit font. For the font family, we want to change it to Roboto, so click on ROB and type it out sort of, and then you can select it easily. So we got the font there. You can change the thickness of the font. So for example, it's really thin now because it's at 100. This is a really cool feature and it makes your site look so much better. So you can play around with that, but you can change it to 300 if you want, to 700, to 900. But for this tutorial, we're going to set it as regular. For the text decoration, so that means you can do an underline, line through, and all those things. Going to keep it as default. You can also change it to lowercase, capitalize, uppercase, and all those things. Keep it as default. Click on the appearance tab and we can change the font color. Just play around with that, it's up to you. We're going to change it, we're going to keep it as black, so just default. You can also change the background color, and this is where we change the font size. Okay, so we're going to drag it to 100. Okay, we're going to make it extra big. We can change the line height, you can change the letter spacing, which is really cool. We're going to keep that as default. So click save and publish. So now we're going to close this one and we're going to edit the heading 3 tag, which is the quote in here. So edit font, select font family to Roboto. Now for the font weight, I'm going to set it to 300. The rest of these ones we're going to leave as default. Now click on the appearance tab We're going to change the font size to 26. Now we want to change the letter spacing as well to 3. And that's done, so we're going to save and publish. And now let's change the heading 6 font to Roboto, same font as well. Try keep your fonts to just one standard font for your whole website, otherwise it's going to look unprofessional. For the weight, we're going to change it to 300. Go to the Appearance tab, change the font size to 14, so we're going to make it nice and small. And we're going to save and publish. Now we're going to click this back here, not the back here, otherwise it's going to go back and it won't save. Now click on the exit. So as you can see, it looks pretty nice now. Now we're going to edit the header, which is you're going to add the sort of transparent header, and also I'm going to teach you how to add your logo into your website. So to add the slightly transparent header, just like this one here, we need to go to customize, so hover over here and select customize. Now as that is loading, go back to our blog page and scroll down to here, so add transparent header and logo. We're going to copy and paste this code, so copy from here the hashtag to the last bracket and select copy. Now click on Themify options if it's not open yet, click on custom CSS, and all you need to do is right click and paste this plain text, and there you go. So you got your slightly transparent header there. So we can change the color to anything we want. So you can go to color picker and select any color you want, and all you need to do is copy the RGB code here and paste it in as so. So I'm going to show you an example. So I want it to be, let's say, a bright yellow. We copy the code, so 250, 247 and 60. Okay, I'm going to try and remember that, and head back here and you edit the code here, so 250, 247, and the last one I believe was 60. So as you can see, it's turned slightly yellow, and you can change the transparency here with the last numbers here. So for example, if I put it as 0.9, that would mean it's 90% opacity. So if I put it as 50, 0.5 would be 50%, and 0.1 is 10%. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this as triple zeros. So we're going to just save it and publish. Now we're going to add, I'm going to show you how to add the logo in. So click on site logo and tagline here. So you can actually change the site title here as well. So Hogan Chua, I might want to change it to Hogan. And as you can see, it takes a few seconds to load. If you don't have a logo, then I recommend you to just enter a site title here and choose from over, I think, 600 different fonts, and then just leave it as that. So I don't really recommend you spending time to make your own logo unless you've got the Photoshop or tools to make it. Otherwise, just head over to Fiverr or 99 Designs again and get your logo. But I'm just going to show you how to actually add the logo image in. So select logo image here and click on the plus sign. We're going to upload a file. So upload the HC white and click on open. Just insert the image. Okay, as you can see, it's like really big. A really cool tool is that they allow you to actually edit the size within the theme, so it saves a ton of time. You don't have to edit the size in Photoshop or in Photo or anything like that. You just basically change it. So I'm going to change it to 40, times 40 pixels. I just want it kind of small. You can add a custom site logo link, so if you press it, it's gonna link to whatever link you put in here, but normally it's just going to the home page. So just keep it as default. Now we just want to save and publish, close the customizer, and the top part is done. Now let's add the video module. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this video module here, just click back here and turn on the Themify Builder again. All you need to do is click on video and drag it and put it into here. We just need to add the video URL, so you can go and get the URL from here. Just copy this URL and basically just paste it into here. We need to go to save it. You can change the size, add the title and all that stuff here, but I'm not going to show you that. It's easy to do. So just click on save. Now as you can see, it's not a full cover like this video here. To change that, you go to the row options. This is the module options here. Okay, that's where you edit the row module option. If you want to edit the whole module, you gotta click on this toolbar here and options. Now we need to change the row width here to full width, so it allows it to expand. So click on save. Actually, before we do that, we're going to add a background color. So a background color, I'm just going to leave it as black. And click on save. So that's really easy to add that in. To add a YouTube video, it's really easy. Just go find your video. For example, this one, just click on that. And basically just click on the thing here and just copy the URL and paste it in. So you could upload your business video to YouTube and then just paste in your URL, and that's all you need. Okay, so we're going to add the feature boxes as you see here to our website. So what we need to do is go to our row options and edit some of the settings first. I want to set the animation effect to fade in. So you can select from a range of options here, select fade in, and make the background color a light gray. So type in F6, F6, F6. Now I want to set the padding, so add a little bit of space, 40 pixels to the top, 40 to the bottom. And now we're going to save it. Now we're going to create three separate columns within the row. Hover over here and select the three here. Now you want to select a image module and drag it into the first box. We're going to select the image style to be the fourth style here, so click on that. And we're going to upload the image, but before we do that, I'm going to show you how to crop the image again. So I'm going to show you how to crop the images for most of the homepage, because I want you guys to know how to crop it properly. So let's just go to photo again and open the image. So it is named after DIY feature image, so click on that and open. Now once that's uploaded, click it here on the right hand side, click no. Now before we can crop it, we have to resize it first. So we want to resize it to about 600 width, and it'll automatically keep the proportions if you have this ticked, which we want. Now we're going to crop the image, so click on crop, and we want the size to be 360 times 360. So this is the actual ideal size for 3 feature boxes, but if you make 4, then it might be smaller, so you have to play around with that. So let's pick the best spot in the middle. Okay, now just click on apply, and now you're done. So just click on save it to your computer, save it as normal quality, that should be fine, and just type in done or cropped or whatever you want and save. Now head back to your website, and we're going to browse library to add it in. So upload files and select feature image. Done. Open. We're going to insert file URL. Now for the image appearance, we're going to deselect everything. You can play around with these again. We're going to remove the width and height. Now for the image title, we want to put a title in here. So I'm going to type our mission. And obviously you can type whatever you want. You can add a link. So we're going to put the link in here. And it's going to go to our about page. We haven't created that yet, but I'll show you how to do that. You can also add a image alt. This is for search engine purposes, because the search engines can't read what your images are about. If you put the image alt, then it will read that and it will see if the page is relevant to the searcher's query. Now after we've done that, you can also add the caption. We're going to leave those empty. So we're going to styling, and then we want to change the font color to white, change the font size to 16 pixels, and also we want to align and center. Now we want to save it. Okay, so that looks pretty good so far. We want to keep the settings for that for the rest of the images here. So an easy way to do that is to click on duplicate. So just do that twice. Okay, so you've got the two images here. We just drag that across to the boxes here. Now all we need to do is to click on edit. We need to click on the cross here. We need to browse the library and upload the picture. The picture we want now is our team. So open and click on insert file URL. So we're going to change the image title to our team, and also we're going to change the URL. So this is just a sample, and that's all we need to change because it retains the settings that we've put in before, so it saves a ton of time. Just save it. Now do the same for this. So edit, cross, browse library, upload files, and this one we want to choose our work. So open that and insert file URL. We're going to change this to our work, and we're going to change the URL to maybe services or our work. It's up to you. Click on save, and there you go. So we've finished the features row, and we're going to move on to the logos row over here. So now we need to click on options and select full cover. We want to change the background color to a gray. So type in F6, F6, F6. Now we need to save it. We want to divide the into 3 columns, so select here. Now I'm going to show you how to actually edit the logos. So logos normally look like this. They're normally different color, and if you put the logo just like that into your website, it'll look really unprofessional. So I'm going to teach you how to edit it and change the color so it's going to blend into your theme nicely and look really professional. So you have to go to Pixlr editor, so just click on that. So just type in pixlr.com/editor, and now to go to open image from computer and click on DIY Airbnb. So I've already included this in the content for your website. Just click on that, click on open. Now we're going to edit it. So we're going to double click these layer first to unlock it. Double click the lock. Okay, now we want to select the text and the logo. We don't want the background color, so we need to select the wand tool. So this is the wand tool, click on that, and we need to select it, so just click on the thing you want to select, for example this logo. Okay, now to select the rest of these ones we need to hold down shift. So hold down shift and click these. Okay, so you've got your selection there. Now what you want to do is to Control C or Command C to copy it. You want to click on this page thing which adds a new layer. Now you want to close the layer 0, so deselect it. Now you want to paste it, so Control V or Command V. So as you can see we've got the logo here and it's the white color and it's all good. So what we need to do now is to actually change the size. So go to image size and we want to change the height to about 75, I believe. Okay, 75. So we're going to save it now, and make sure you save it as PNG so that keeps it transparent. So just click on OK. Now you want to save it as done. Click on save. We're going to head back here, and what we need to do is to add a text module. If you guys have Photoshop, then it's much better to do it on Photoshop because you get a better quality. So we're going to add the media and upload files, and this one, open. Now on the right hand side make sure it is linking to nothing, so link to and select none. You don't want to link out to anything. Insert into post. Now it's white so you can't see it. You can align it to center by clicking here. Save it, and there you go. So you've added your nice logo there. As you can see it's not balanced and it doesn't look very good, so we're going to add a little bit of padding. So go to the row options, click on row options, scroll down and to padding here, and click on here the top padding, change it to 50 pixels and click on save. You should edit the row padding because that allows the whole row to actually have 50 pixel padding instead of individually. Okay, so we're going to add the rest of the images in here. So just add a text box, and we want to add media, upload the files. We want to add 99 designs. Make sure you link to none, insert into post, center it and save it, and same for this one. Now add in Odesk, open and insert into post after you've made that link to none, center it, save it, and there you go. So we're basically done with that, and click on save and close. Now I'm going to teach you how to add the call to action and also the hover color. As you can see it looks really professional. So let's go to 0 and see what they've done. Open a new tab and you can go to 0.com, and when you scroll down they've got the overlay blue color on top of the image, and the image sort of has a blur effect to it. So I'm going to teach you how to do that as well really easily, and it really just adds that professional touch to your website. So we need to go to photo again and open and select the image. It is called DIY call to action. Okay, so select that and open, click on that on the right hand side and no. So what we need to do is to basically crop the image in the middle. So before we do that, because this is actually a background image, doesn't really have to be high quality, and we don't want the size to be too big, so I'm actually gonna resize it before we crop it. So resize it to 1500 pixels across, and then it'll type automatically 999. Then we want to crop it. So crop it as 1500 and around 400 or so in height. So select the middle or any way you like. I think that looks nice there. And then click on apply. Now to add the blur effect, all we need to do is click on this effect icon here. Scroll down to tilt shift, and as you can see, you can change the settings here and move it around so you can blur the whole thing. It's really up to you. You can also reduce the size of it like that. You can use the circular one, so click on the circular one. So that would mean the middle is sort of not blurred out. And sometimes if you have a face there or something, then you might want to make the face a little bit clearer. So that's what this one is for. So if you want to focus on something on the computer screen, then you can do that as well. So it's a really cool feature. So I'm just gonna set it like in the middle, and you can change the intensity, so from really blur to like not that blur. I'm gonna keep it as 15 default, and we're going to save. So click on apply. Now that's all you need to do here. So we're going to click on save. You just want the normal quality, and then save to your computer. Save it as done. Now head back over to the website and go and click on the row options for the next row. Now we're going to upload the image, so browse the library and upload the file. It's going to be call to action done, and click on open. We're going to insert the file URL. Now you're going to change your background mode to full cover. Now for the overlay color, we're going to put in sort of green, so 558A127, and make sure it's the same for the overlay hover color. You don't want it to change from blue to red or something like that. It looks really unprofessional. So for the overlay color, we're going to select that color, and we're going to change the opacity to around 80%. So 80% would be around somewhere there. It's up to you, but to me it looks to about there. And for this one, we're going to change it to 65%, which is somewhere there. Okay, I'm not sure why that changes. Anyways. Now we're going to align the text to center, so it makes all the text in the middle that we can add align into center, so we don't have to change them individually. I'm going to add a little bit of padding, so 10 pixels on the top, and now click on save. So sometimes it might be like that, so you need to go back. It means that the options weren't saved properly. So just reselect that, and then save, and then there you go. Okay, so we're going to add the text now. Drop a text module in there. Now type in 60-day free trial, and we're going to change this to the H2 tag, heading 2. Go to the styling tab. We don't have to align the center, it should be in the center because we already changed it to align center for the whole entire row. So we're going to add a little bit of padding, so 20 pixels on the top, 20 for the bottom, and then click on save, and let's hope it's in the center. Okay, so it's in the center, that's all good. we're going to add another text module right underneath. And I don't want to type that in, so I'm going to head over to the blog and see where we're up to. We're up to the 5th row, so just click on that and then copy this text here, head back here and then paste as plain text. Now what you want to do is go to styling and change the color to white, the font size to 18 pixels, and we want to add some padding to the top and bottom, 20 pixels. Now click on save. Okay, it's looking good so far. I might actually add a space there, I think. Hit enter there and save. Okay, that's looking good. Now we're going to add the button, so add another text module. Click on the shortcode here and add button. For the button text, type get started. And for the style, we're going to keep it as large white outline. And bottom link, you just add your URL into there. Now click on insert and we're going to save. Actually I forgot to add the padding, so we're going to add a little bit of padding first. "20 pixels on the top and 20 on the bottom. Click on save. Okay, that's good so far. Now click on save and close here. We're going to edit the fonts. Okay, so to edit the fonts, we need to go to customize again. So head over and click on customize. Now select typography, default typography. We're going to scroll down so you can see what we're editing. Okay, so this is the H2 tag, I believe, so heading 2. Change the font to Roboto. The weight style, we're going to change it to 300. I'm going to leave the rest as default. Now go to appearance, I want to change it to white. Now for the size of the font, I want to change it to size around 50 pixels, should be enough. Now the rest of it we're going to leave as default. We're going to hit save. So as you can see, this font here is not Roboto, and I'm going to teach you how to change the font for the body of the whole entire website. So it's default, so we're going to close this here. Now go back here and then go to Themify options. Now click on body. Now we want to scroll down to body font, this one here, and we want to select Roboto for this, so type in R and then select Roboto, so the font automatically changes, as you can see. Then all we need to do is to click save and publish, and we can exit out the customizer, and there you go. So that looks great, and we're going to move on to doing the testimonials row. So turn on the Themify builder again. Before I begin editing the next row, I actually want to add a little bit of more padding here, so just go to edit here. And for the styling, I just want to add it to 50 pixels for the bottom because I think it looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, that looks good. Now for the next row, we are going to go to the options. For the background color, we're going to change it to a light gray. For the font color, I'm going to change it to black. I'm going to align everything to the center, and and also I want some padding on the top. The reason I want to change it to black is because we're going to change the text here to H3, and that actually is white text. So if I put the black font color here, then it should override the font color of white. So we're going to put a text module into here. I'm going to head over here and copy the text. Just paste that in, and I'm going to change this to H3 tag. Click on save. Okay, now we're going to move on to the testimonial row. Now before that, I'm going to show you how to crop the image properly. So head over to photo again and open this image, DIY testimonial girl. So open that, click on no, and click back on this basic edits here. Okay, so we're going to resize the image to about 800 pixels in width. Okay, take note of the current percentage here, it's 85%. If you increase it, then it's going to become really big, so just keep it small. And then we need to crop the image, so set that to 500 times 500. Now we want to try and get the face just in the middle, so click on apply. Now before we're going to save it, we're going to enhance it a little bit with some effects so it looks nicer. So click on effects here, and then click on low-mo and click on soft glow and apply that effect. Now we're going to save it. Make sure you save it as high quality because you want your image of the person's face to really be high quality, otherwise it looks really bad. So save it to your computer. Now head back to your website. So you've got the images. Now we need to go to the row options, and we need to set the background color to the same color as above. So F6, F6, F6 there. And I'm going to add a little bit of padding. So 40 pixel padding on the top. Now click on save. So make sure it's the same color as the top. We're going to divide it into 3 separate columns. So we're going to put the images in each one. Now what we need to do is just to add the image module into there and drag it and drop it. We're going to browse library to upload the image. So click on that and open. Click on insert file URL. And for the image appearance, I want to deselect the rounded option and select circle option. I want to delete the default width and also the height. And for the styling, I want to select fade in effect. Now I want to save it. Again, you can also add an image link and image alt and caption, but I'm just going to leave all those and click on save. And we want to keep the settings to the rest of the photos, so as before we just duplicate it so it's so much quicker. And drag it into there. Click on edit. We want to just upload the image of the next photo, so it's going to be of the guy, and open that. Insert the file URL and click on save. Same one for the last image. Browse library, upload files, and you want to upload testimonial girl number 2. Click on open and click on insert file URL and save. So that's pretty much it. Now we're going to add the text underneath the image. So add a text module. Go to our website here and we're going to copy and paste the text so it's easier. So this is the first one that we want. Want to copy that and make sure you paste this plain text. We also want to add the button, so hit enter one time and click on button. The button text, we're going to change it to see Amy's story. The button style will be small green flat, and the button link so just any link that you want in here. We're going to click on insert. Now we're going to change the online retailer the color of that to a light gray. I think it was this gray here. Just want to double check the code, so you can go to custom. Okay, so actually it's this gray down here, the really light gray. So the code for that is 6 nines, and click on OK. Now you want to go to styling and go to align center. Now we want to add some padding for the top and padding for the bottom. Now click on save. So that looks good so far, but I want to add a space in between the name and the text. So go back to edit and hit enter once there and click on save and see how that looks. Okay, the space is a bit too big for some reason. Okay, now save. That looks good, so we're just going to duplicate these modules and just drag and drop the modules into there. And we're going to edit the text. So click on edit and go here, and then we're going to copy the text from here. I'm just going to do this quickly now. You just change the URL basically, it's really easy. Change the name here. Make sure the font here is changed to the light gray. Now we're going to press save and see how it looks. Okay, so hit on save. Now do the same for the next one. So edit, copy the text here and paste that in as plain text. Hit enter once. Change this to the name, so Claire's story. Change the name here. Click on save, and probably there's some huge space here because of the formatting here. So don't worry about that, just edit that. And make sure you change the color here as well. Click on save. Now we're going to click on save and close. So we're nearly done here. It looks pretty good so far. Now we're going to edit the color of the footer. As you can see, it's white, but it's meant to be a dark gray. So to change the color of the footer, all we need to do is go to customize, then select themify options and click on footer. So we're going to drag it down so we see what we're editing. Now the background color, we're going to change it for the footer wrap, which is this area here. I'm going to change it to a dark gray sort of. So enter in the code and it should change. Now as you can see, you can't see the font here. We need to change the font color to white. So now you can see it, but this is the link color. So we need to change the footer link color as well to white so we can see it. You can edit these additional settings if you want. It's totally up to you. So we're just going to save that, and basically we're done for this part. Now I'm going to show you how to edit the navigation section here. So I'm going to teach you how to add the navigation menu, but before we do that, we're going to add some pages so it actually shows up here. So we need to go back to our dashboard and click on pages to add new. So the first page we're going to add is the gallery page. Scroll down to the page options, the Themify custom panel here, and then for the content width, select the second one. For the theme appearance tab, scroll down, and we want to change the headed background to a transparent background. And then after you've done that, you just need to publish. And now we can view the page to see what it looks like first. Okay, so that's what we want. And we're going to add in all the other pages now. So you can actually click add new from here as well. So hover over the plus sign and select page. Now I'm just going to quickly add in the rest of the pages, such as the about page and contact and services. Okay. Transparent, and then publish. Add another one. This one will be the contact page. Page options, second one, theme appearance, transparent background, and publish. And the last page, which is the services page, and then I'm going to show you how to edit the blog page. Services, transparent, page options to this one. Now publish. For the blog page, it's going to be a little bit different, so add new, blog. For the sidebar option, we want to select the second one. So we want a sidebar on the right hand side. You can have it on the left if you want. So I'm going to select this one, the right hand side. Content width, I'm going to keep it as default. And then for the theme appearance, I'm going to set it as a solid background and change the color to black. The reason we do this is because if we don't do it, then all this content here actually moves up here and it becomes part of the header sort of. So when you add a solid background, all the content moves down. Yeah, so just make sure you click on solid and add the black color to it. You don't need to do it if you have a sort of a feature image here like the rest of the pages. So if you have a blog page and you sort of have a feature image, then you can also just set the settings here to transparent like all the other pages. Okay, now all you need to do is publish, and we're gonna visit the home page to see what it looks like. There you go, so we've added these ones in, and now we're going to edit the navigation menu, for example the hover over colors, and rearrange the order of the menu. So to edit the navigation menu, we need to go to customize. Now on Themify options, click that and click on main navigation. So for this is the menu link color. We want to set the font for it. So I want to change it to size 16 and change it to Roboto. Make sure it's that. And also edit the color. So this is the color, I want to change it to white. Now I want to scroll down to the menu link hover. So what that means is when you're hovering over these menu items, it will change color. So make sure you don't edit the background color. You want it to edit only the font color. So I want to change it to 2F CF29. So which is sort of a green color, as you can see. Now scroll down a little bit and just copy this code here. And for the menu active link, you want to add it here as well, so paste that in. So when it's actually active, for example, when you're on the home page, it'll show that it's on the home page with the green color. So make sure you put it in here, not the background color, because if you put in the background color, then it's going to look something like this. I'll show you, and it'll look really ugly. Okay, so you don't want that. Make sure you put it into here. Now we can save and publish and exit the customizer. So we're going to hover over the dashboard menu and click on menus. Now we're going to edit the order of the menu and remove the home from the menu as well, because we already have a link to our home page using the logo. So I'm going to change add in a menu name. So I'm just going to name it top and create menu. And basically you just select the pages that you want to be in the menu. So blog, services, contact, about, gallery. I'm going to leave the home. And then I'm going to add to menu. And for menu settings, I'm going to set it to auto add pages to here, and theme locations to the main navigation. Then click on save menu. So right now you want to edit the order of the menu. So how we do that is just to drag and drop to wherever we want. So if you want the about to come first, then we do it like that. So I'm just going to edit like this. And if you want the services page to actually drop down from the about page, you can actually just drag it out a little bit. So it's actually a sub item of about. So for example, if you hover over about, then you'll see the blog page come out, but I don't want that, so I just do that. And you can do it even another layer of it, so you can play around with that, but just leave it as this. Now we just save the menu. Now I'm going to go back to the visit site and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's about done, and our home page is pretty much 100% complete. This is probably the hardest part, and all the other parts is pretty easy, since you know how to edit the images and how to add padding, and you know, it's pretty easy. So let's head over and we're going to start creating our about page. Okay, to edit the about page, we're going to go to the dashboard and click on pages, all pages, and then click on edit for the about. Then select Themify Builder, and then we're going to switch to the front end. You can edit from the back end if you want, but we're going to switch to the front end so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so for the first row module, we're going to add the background, as you see here. I'm just going to open it up. So we're going to add this background image here. So we go to options, and we go to browse library, upload files, and we're going to upload the Serenity, this image here, and click on open. Then insert the file URL once it's loaded up. Okay, now we go to select the background mode to full cover, then click on save at the bottom. Now we're going to add a text module. So we're going to go to here and copy it from here. So we're up to the about page, row 1, just click on that. And then copy this text here, paste it in as text. Now we're going to change this to the H5 tag. And also align to center, make sure it's in the middle, and add some padding. So we're going to set 300 to the top, 300 pixels, and 250 pixels for the bottom. Click on save. Okay, as you can see, the font is not what we want it as yet, so we need to save here and close this editor. Now we need to go to Customize to edit the fonts. Click on Typography, select Default Typography and edit heading 5. What we need to do is change the font to Roboto. Now for the font weight, we're going to change that to 500. And for the text transform, I'm going to change it to all uppercases. Now click on Appearance and change the font color to white. Scroll down a little bit, the font size to about 28, I think, 28. And I'm going to add a little bit of letter spacing, so just 3 pixels of letter spacing. Okay, now I'm going to save and publish, then close the customizer. As you can see, the text is in the center here, like reality doesn't go all the way across. So to edit that, we need to turn on the builder again and go to options. Going to change the row width to full width and click on save, and there you go, save it. And now I'm going to move on to